We're broadcasting live from the Fox Sports Radio studio in Palm Springs. It's time for the show that brings you everything local.
A local powerhouse.
Everything Coachella Valley.
One of the most beautiful places in the country.
This is Coachella Valley Sports Reports with your host, Coach B, bringing you the scores, stories, and spotlight moments from the teams and athletes that make this valley proud.
Proudly covering these young men and women.
All local, all the time, covering the valley. Now, Coach B.
Coach B is the man.
Let's get started.
You are listening to the Coachella Valley Sports Report. I am your host, Coach B, on Fox Sports Radio, heard in Southern California on Fox Sports 1270 AM. And as always, we are streaming 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app. We have a jam-packed show today. I'm excited. One of the teams that we have in right now, Palm Desert Young Ladies Basketball, and we have Coach in studio as well. And first of all, Coach, please introduce yourself to the Fox Sports Radio audience.
Hi, I'm Coach Emmer. I'm the girls varsity basketball coach over at Palm Desert High School.
Now, Coach, I want to say thank you because last year we did the Coachella Valley basketball classes, and we just dropped it. We just dropped a graphic this morning. You coached the game for us. Yep. We really appreciate it. You did so much great work on that game, and we really appreciate everything you did to get involved with that game. We were still new. We hadn't even launched this show yet. When I reached out to you, you had agreed to coach the game, so I'm excited about that. So we thank you for that. So, again, we have Palm Desert's Young Ladies Basketball in, and then we have a youth team in, and then DCA, I believe, it's going to be in. Boys basketball is going to be in later today as well. But, Coach, tell me a little bit about the season and what's going on over there for you at Palm Desert.
Well, we've had a great season so far. We talked before the season started at the media day thing.
Correct. Thank you for coming out for that as well.
No, that was a great event. But we scheduled ourselves a real tough schedule this season on purpose because first of all, I thought our girls are pretty seasoned. They're ready for a challenging schedule, and we needed to prepare ourselves for the CIF playoffs. And so the thinking behind our entire season has been challenge ourselves, play top teams, put ourselves in positions where we can prepare ourselves to make a deep CIF playoff run. So.
And I think you're ready for the long term, Coach, because I'm looking at your roster. You only have 3 seniors.
Yes.
So you are looking for a deep run for years to come.
Well, we hope so. I mean, it's tough to replace our seniors.
True,
our seniors are great players, but we're trying to build that culture and build that program where that's what we do at Palm Desert, right? We make a deep playoff run every season. May hopefully win a couple CIF championships and. It's got a great group of girls over there.
Right. And I tell you, the athletics over at PD is just fantastic. Your football team had a fantastic year. I know the boys basketball team is doing well. Baseball is always good, and as well as girls basketball. What is it about the culture at PD that is just so embracing when it comes to athletes and students? And you guys have a great reporter over there that's given us a lot of content as well, a student reporter. I just love your energy over at PD.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of it has to do with just the support for athletics from the school, a balance between high academics and sports excellence. So the ability from admin to get our kids out there and let them perform. Specifically, we have a girl here that plays both basketball and soccer. That's the same season varsity sports.
Oh wow!
And it creates challenges. But they have allowed that to happen and allowed her to excel in both sports. So I think administration. Staff allowing athletes to really go out and perform and hiring on great coaches to help cultivate that is key to the success over at Palm Desert for athletics.
And talk to me a little bit about that. That's got to be challenging. But when you have coaches, because nowadays you hear a lot of the coaches that want a player to only play one sport. And that's it. Because my son, when he was in high school, he was a football player. And when he went out for the basketball team, he said he heard the coaches saying, they're a football player, and they cut him. But when a kid goes to the next level, they want to see college coaches want to see them playing multiple sports.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think, if you really dive deep into that type of stuff, you want athletes that are multi sport athletes. There's so much transferring of footwork and fundamentals between sports, and then you want athletes that are giving their bodies a break. If you were just playing football 24/7, that's a lot of pounding on joints and a lot of the same repetitive motions and same repetitive stuff. So you're not giving your body time to recover and then perform. So allowing students to play basketball and then go to track and field where it's training, but you're not, it's a different type of training. And then to flag football or baseball or allowing you to have athletes that are multi sport athletes allows for them to become just better athletes,
right.
In general. It's one of those things. One of those age-old things. Like when do you have your kids specialize in one thing? And I don't know that that's the right answer. You know, maybe when they are a top recruit in something, and you say, hey, you know what, you're a top recruit for a certain sport, so maybe you need to focus on that. But I think athletically, as a coach, I also help out with the track team, allowing athletes to have that break on their break from certain sports to still train but do something different is key to just overall athleticism and their health, right, so that they don't get injuries, nagging injuries and stuff like that. So
right. And when I look at your what your plan is, I can absolutely see when you talk about players and playing multiple sports, and I look at your schedule. I mean, you said you're right. You played a gauntlet. You played Bonita, you played Los Osos, Highland. It's all the way out in the Antelope Valley, Chino Hills, Corona. I'll tell you didn't run from anybody, even Valencia. And Valencia's all the way out there by Magic Mountain. I tell you anyone, anywhere, anytime, huh?
Yeah. Well, Valencia actually is part of the reason I got into coaching was I grew up in Southern California basketball, and it's a small community. I mean, everybody tends to know everybody. The head coach for Valencia is a guy I started playing basketball with at like 8 years old.
Oh, okay.
And we played all the way through high school together. My dad used to coach with him out there, and so we just always thought it'd be fun. Why not have a game? Every year, we'll travel out there one year and they'll travel in here one year, just to build that rapport. And he's a great coach. And we always talk about, you want to go play these teams that challenge you to get better. You can go play games and blow teams out, and then what good is, that's fun and all, but are you preparing yourself for a high level team later in the playoffs?
Right.
And so going and playing great teams, they show you what you need to work on. That you go and play and they show you, hey, we're weak in this spot and weak in that spot, or we thought we knew what we were running in this type of scenario, and we just, we fell apart when we got under pressure, or hey, we actually did a really good job, executing our plays against, high pressure and things like that. So all those things play a factor in it. And it also exposing the girls to different things. It's we've built a nice relationship, like I said, with Valencia over the last couple of years, going back and forth. And they've got a girl over there that they have a sophomore who just got accepted by Cornell.
Oh,
well,
wow.
Our girls are on Instagram, shouting her out like, man, that's so awesome. Because this is a girl they played against a couple times, who's really good, and it builds that bond. Like I was saying, Southern California basketball is really small. You never know when that's going to be somebody that's maybe your college teammate, or you're going to be coaching and you look across the court and there's somebody that you played against when you were in high school. So I think just building those positive relationships across Southern California is just part of what we're doing, part of why we're here.
And that's awesome. And I know you live, eat, and breathe basketball, because last year with the girls All-Star game we did, you were really, really helpful for that game, and I can't thank you enough. And one thing that I always think about when you say Southern California basketball is a small community and you're familiar, but how, as a coach, because you play Liberty and they're at Washington, you may not be as familiar with the athletes in that other state.
Right.
Is that a challenge for you? Like sometimes when you're in tournaments and you just have a team and you can't really scout for.
Oh yeah. Well, and there, that's true. You can't prepare for, it's hard to prepare for a game like that with anything specific. In those situations, we rely on just our system. My co-coach, Coach Servin, he's I've coached with him for a long time, even before this time with girls basketball. and he's got a lot of like a play or a scheme for everything.
Right.
And so having that wealth of knowledge to be able to build that in with the girls. And it's you can ask them, every day in practice, it's like, hey, and we're going to introduce something new today, and we're going to introduce something new today. Not that you're going to run all this stuff all the time, but at least they're familiar with, this idea or this scheme. And then when you pull it out in the middle of a game, because, hey, we couldn't prepare for this team from Washington that we've never seen before, it's not like this brand new thing that you're trying to draw up on the board. It's like, hey, you remember that practice where we ran this play or we ran in this type of offense or defense? Look, we're going to put it in today. And then, you do the best you can with that, right? Sometimes it's successful and sometimes it isn't. But I think that's what it is building in a system where you try to have answers for everything. And that the girls know that hey, we've got stuff for everything, and they are familiar with a lot of the stuff that we run. So.
Absolutely. And we want to bring some of the young ladies in. And, when you think about that, it's high IQ. And that's one of those things. That's what won Brady, speaking on the eve of the Super Bowl, that's what got Brady one of his Super Bowls. Yeah. Because they talked about that. Bill Belichick, every situation, he had everyone coached up. And that infamous play when they didn't give Marshawn the ball on the goal line, they threw that slant. The DB knew it. He jumped the route and got the interception. They won the game.
Right.
And that's with that high IQ. And I know when we have some of your young ladies, we'll have whoever wants to come up first. I like it. Teamwork. When they came in here, they said, let's lock in. So they're ready to go. So who wants to come up first and introduce themselves to the Fox Sports Radio audience? I always forget to do that. I got your mics hot, so go ahead and do that one more time.
I'm Naomi Plunkett.
Okay, excellent. And tell me a little bit about how's everything going for you this season? How are you feeling about PD basketball?
I'm feeling pretty good. This is my third year on the varsity team. I don't know. I'm pretty excited. I'm happy.
And you're a junior?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So all 4 of my years in high school, I didn't play a single year of varsity. But that's not important. It's not about me. So let's talk about you a little bit. But now that you've been with Coach for 3 years, all 3 years, when he talks about having a high IQ and you're out there and you're playing against a team that you guys haven't necessarily scouted, do you feel confident knowing we've already practiced for this, we're ready?
Yeah, usually like the day before we go over everything and we just make sure we have it down. So.
Excellent. So was there a part of this season or there's a time in this season where you were out there and you just said, yeah, Coach has got us right. We are ready.
Yes. Multiple games. I don't know. I can't name one off the top of my head, but he always makes sure we're prepared.
Got you. And I know tomorrow is the day that we're going to get the playoffs, and we're going to go ahead and do that. Now, that tough schedule you guys play, I mean, you guys have played like that's an elite schedule you guys have played. You guys even got out to Corona, Chino Hills. I mean, you guys have played all over. Do you think that preparation will get you ready for when you go into playoffs?
Yes, I think definitely. Those teams were very difficult, but like those games make us better even if we lose. So it makes us like play well because it's good competition.
Excellent. And then I always like to ask this. I know you're a junior. You've got another year to go. But do you have personal goals that you're looking to accomplish? What position do you play again?
I'm a forward.
You're a forward. Okay. So do you have or you say I'm going to score like 10,000 points in a season? I know you got some goals out there. What are you looking to do?
I think just to get better. I started off freshman year I was not the best, and I think over the years I've definitely gotten a lot better and just not even just scoring, but just all around on the court. So I think for the rest of the season and next year, just be a better teammate and help out my fellow players.
And how awesome is that? Because I'm pretty sure with working with Coach, you put in the work to see that your growth from freshman year to now. Do you feel accomplished?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Looking back, I'm like, ugh.
Yes. Well, my senior year, I felt the same way about my talent. But it's all good. But congratulations, young lady. And we look forward to watching you as the season continues on.
Thank you.
All right. And now who's going to come up next? Who we got coming up next? And then what we want to do, like I said, we'll keep it simple. What we want to talk about you, I'll ask you the same thing. How excited are you about this season and how great the season has gone for you guys? Because you guys had a tough schedule, but for you guys to come through and be where you are, how great of a feeling is that for you?
It feels really good. I think in the beginning of the season, we were like just getting into it, but like as we started playing like hard teams, like we got used We got like used to each other, and like our chemistry has definitely gotten better.
And you know, I didn't ask you to introduce yourself to the Fox Sports Radio audience. I apologize.
I'm Katie Gallagher, and I'm a junior.
Excellent. How many years have you played PD? Is this your third year?
Yeah, third year.
Now, what has been the growth like to go from freshman year to now? Now you're one of the upperclassmen, and now you're turning around and you're showing the underclassmen how to do this. Since you've been with Coach all 3 years, do you think that now that you could be the coach out there?
Yeah, it's definitely fun, like being an upperclassman, and it's like nice, like trying to like teach the freshmen how to do things like Jordan.
And when you think about that, because when you first walked on campus as a freshman, you were probably a little nervous, a little scared. When I walked on this as a freshman, I know I look like a big, strong guy now, but I almost got through in the trash can. But, you know, that was a long time ago. That's when hazing was okay. But what is it like now that you're a junior, and now is that something that you love to be a part of? Because when you guys came in here, I could see you were a natural-born leader.
Yeah.
So what are you looking forward to when you guys get ready for playoffs?
I think just like team bonding is the most fun for me, like just like making a connection with all the girls.
Right. And that's one of the things, I'm glad you mentioned that, beyond just basketball. When I saw you guys when you were in here, I saw you getting ready for the interview before you came in. You guys it looks like really tight-knit, a real friendship there. Is that something when you guys go out and play that you can lean on? Like, you guys actually seem like you really like each other, genuinely.
Yeah. I mean, I hope so.
You hope so. So that's good. So did I do okay with the interview? I set you up all right?
Yeah.
All right. And then you're a junior. Did that go? That went fast, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you have one more year, but that went fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Excellent. Well, thank you so much. Hopefully I did okay, and I got you. All right. I got you okay. All right. Who's going to come up next? And then introduce yourself to the Fox Sports Radio. Make sure you come right up on. If you need to adjust it there you go. You can move it up. There you go. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the Fox Sports Radio audience.
Hi, I'm Jordan Emmer, and I'm a freshman.
Excellent. Tell me a little bit, and we know it's the last name, but tell me something a little bit about yourself. You're just a freshman coming in. How excited is it to be a part of this group?
I remember watching for the past 2 years all these ladies play and being really excited to join them because I really love all of them. And it's been super fun getting to know them and getting to play with them, and then also like winning games together and just seeing it all come together is really nice.
Right. And then when you got out there as a freshman to come out and contribute like that, where did you get that confidence to know that I could play a part with this team?
It was all of them. They really showed me that I can do something out there and that they're proud of me and that they know what I can do and that I can contribute to the team. So it was good having all of them and the coaches' support, knowing that I could do things. It grew my confidence a lot.
There you go. And then when they said that when you have upperclassmen that really pour into you, I never had that. When they pour into you, how special is that for you to take that and know one day they're going to look upon you to come back and pour into a freshman or a sophomore once you become an upperclassman?
They've taught me a lot, and it feels amazing to have them to teach me these different things that I can use going forward, also to help incoming freshmen. So I really appreciate it.
Excellent. So you're just a freshman. What position do you play again?
Wing sometimes, so guard.
Okay.
I'll play forward sometimes.
Do you have a goal for you, like I want to hit like 5,000 threes or anything like that?
I would say that my overall general goal is to just become more confident on the court in my decision making.
Right.
So, yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. Just a freshman. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, who we got coming? This is our senior. Our seniors. Excellent. And if you need to adjust it, feel free. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, you could just pull it on down and you're good to go. There you go. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the Fox Sports Radio. And if you want to wear the headphones, they're right there for you as well. Introduce yourself to the Fox Sports Radio.
Hi, my name is Tiffany Chang, and I'm a senior.
Excellent. And what position do you play?
I'm a shooting guard.
Shooting guard. I like it. I always like to ask this because I always want to know, because there's a debate who's the best. Who's your favorite shooting guard ever?
I don't have a favorite.
No Kobe?
Okay, yeah, you can say Kobe.
Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. So the game has changed a little bit from my day and age. So if you're a shooter, do you shoot threes?
Yes.
Okay. So if you're on a 3-on-1 break, are you taking the three or are you getting to the cup?
I would most likely take a 3.
You'll take a 3. Okay. The game has changed, but I love it. That's a new thing. But talk to me a little bit about this season. How excited are you? You're a senior.
Yes, I'm extremely excited for this season. I mean, this is my second year with Coach Emmer as a coach since I am a transfer.
Okay.
But I think that at least I'm just trying to hope for us to advance further in CIF this year, just as a team, because I think that this year we really have a shot. And, yeah.
And that's good. And I'll tell you, when you said you transferred in, and was there a time you said, I really like the culture and the experience here at PD, because they really give me, like, I know you're athletic director, and they support every sport, like Coach was saying, water polo, soccer, every sport there is supported. Is that something that really makes you feel good as a student athlete to see that?
Yes, it makes me feel really good, especially because he also is my track coach.
Yes.
So having both the support academically and athletically was just a big, like, oh yes, like this is like the perfect school for me.
Right.
I think that just overall, like, I'm sorry.
No, you're all good. You're all good. I like it because, when you go somewhere and you find that right fit, I know when you say you transferred in, that had to be a little nervous for you. But when you find that right fit, did you say to yourself, I'm so glad I'm here?
Yes.
Yes.
Every day I tell myself that. Like, I'm grateful to have the opportunity to be here with the coach, with the academics from the school, with also my teammates just in general.
And it seems like you guys really like each other.
Yes.
Yes, that's good stuff. So congratulations. We'll continue to watch you as you go off into the playoffs. Yes. And we have one more young lady. Come on, introduce yourself. She says she's here for support, but we want to make sure, introduce yourself to the Fox Sports Radio audience.
Hi, I'm Giselle Roman, and I'm a senior.
Okay, another senior. So I always ask that question because it went so fast, right?
Yeah, it sure did, but I'm almost done.
Yes, but you'll be like me, and you'll think like some of your best friends you ever make are from high school.
Oh yeah.
And then you'll think about them, especially being out here in the Valley. Everyone knows everyone out here. But talk to me, how excited are you about this season? And you guys had a great season, and you played a challenging schedule. Now, being a senior, this being your last ride, did you think to yourself, what was Coach thinking? This is a tough schedule, or do you know that when you get to playoffs, this is going to help?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm thankful that Coach provided us this hard schedule, because it is gonna help us for CIF, because last year we made it to a CIF,
right?
But we didn't have really that challenge, I guess. But this year, I feel like we're more prepared and ready to take on the challenges.
And you bring up an interesting point, because you're on the team last year, and the team last year had a really, really good year. And now you know both sides, where now you have a really difficult and challenging schedule. Like I asked Coach, when you play a team from Washington, and you may not know those players, is that something that you go out and you have to figure it out on the fly, and you think that's going to help you in the playoffs?
Oh yes, for sure. When we were playing Washington, I feel like we test the waters, and then once we get a taste of how they played, then we execute and
you get out there and do it. And you think about executing, and what Coach talked about the high IQ, was there a time when you were out there playing, you think to yourself, and you saw a situation, you think, this is why Coach had us do that?
Oh yeah, I'm we worked that.
Right.
Practice, yeah.
Right, good stuff. So I'll ask you, do you have any goals or anything? I mean, you're a senior. I know you probably want to go deep in the playoffs, but any other goals that you have?
I just want to go skydiving.
Okay.
That's all I want to do.
Well, if I'm afraid of heights, so I can't do the flying. But congratulations, young lady. We look forward to seeing you in the playoffs.
Thank you very much.
Excellent. Coach, what a team.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, they're great. It's amazing going to practice and games and stuff throughout the season. Working out during the summer and things. They're just a great group, and
right.
It's a privilege to get to coach them and watch them grow over the years. Obviously, my daughter is playing, and I couldn't ask for a better group for my daughter to play with.
Right.
Right. They have been extremely welcoming to her. Encouraging her, and they, everybody I think genuinely wants each other to do well on the team. My high school coach had a quote that got, my high school coach Andre Chevalier, really pushed on us a John Wooden quote, which is, if I'm going to mess it up here, it doesn't matter. It is amazing what can be accomplished when no one cares who gets the credit.
Right.
And so we talk about, we all of our coaches, we tell stories and we talk about stuff like that. And they know that. We've said that for over the last few years. Like, this is important because that's what championship teams are built from, is, that selflessness on the court. And they really do embody that. And there's times in games where you can just see it. They just, the chemistry's there. They're clicking. The ball comes down the court. There's 4 or 5 passes, and you have a layup. And it's just beautiful to watch. And there isn't even this hesitation where somebody has an open shot in the corner. But they see their teammate underneath the basket and they just dump it down there. Not even a hesitation like, oh, maybe I should shoot this. Nope, just dump. That's my teammate. They're going to get a layup.
Right.
And so, like I said, it's been a privilege to work with them and my coaches and my parents and the admin, everybody over at Palm Desert. Just been a great ride. So.
And I would say that's a testament to you and the way that you teach the beautiful sport of basketball, Coach. I've seen you coach and I've seen you in action, and I know it's difficult because I coach my son. It's difficult coaching your own kid because you have to be they have to be tougher on their own kid. So they have to. I know kids don't. My son didn't want to hear that, but you have to be tougher on your own kid, and that's a balance that you have to have. But what a great job you guys are doing. And
thank you.
I tell you, like I said, I saw the young ladies before they came in. You could see that there's a great culture that you've built out there at PD.
Yeah.
So.
No, it is. It's great.
So thank you again, Coach. We certainly appreciate it. Coming in, Palm Desert Young Ladies Basketball. And we did okay with the interview. We were good. We were all right. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We will be right back. You are listening to the Coachella Valley Sports Report. I am your host, Coach B, on Fox Sports Radio, heard in Southern California on Fox Sports 1270 AM. And as always, we are streaming 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Can't get enough of the Coachella Valley Sports Report? Then make sure you follow us. We're on X and Instagram at CVSR Fox Sports.
You are listening to the Coachella Valley Sports Report. I am your host, Coach B, heard on Fox Sports Radio in Southern California on Fox Sports 1270 AM. And as always, we are streaming 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app. And, sometimes I share with the audience, and this is one of the reasons you guys love me. I think I can be honest with you. I can do that. I am a gentleman. I have no mechanical ability. I'll just say that. So it was last Thanksgiving. We're at the house. My wife has this thing she learned from her father, which when our garbage disposal gets clogged up, she takes a broomstick and she puts it in the garbage disposal. So we were doing this it was around Thanksgiving. And she pushed down on it, and the garbage disposal fell out and hit the bottom of the floor in my sink. And I said, that's not good. I thought to myself, that's not good. So I jumped on Angie's list, and I said, I got to get a plumber out here because I don't know how to do that. And I tell you, boy, was I fortunate. The plumber came out. I wasn't sure who the company was because I've used the Angie for years. And Quick Pro Plumbing responded to me. They came out. And I explained when the technician came out, I think he saw, he wanted to make me feel like a man, because he was kind of like, I explained to him, I don't know how to do this stuff. And I think he saw the panic and fear in my eye, and he said, Coach B, I got you. So he came, he reattached my garbage disposal, put a new mount on there, cleaned it up. And then I said, well, how much do I owe you? And he said, this is something I'm going to do for you. I'm going to pay it forward. And I tried to tip him. He refused my tip. And I said, you know what? Quick Pro Plumbing, I will always talk about you. And I have a friend that lives in Yucaipa. I gave her the information. I said, hey, if you ever need a plumber, this is who you need to get. But nonetheless, I have someone in studio with me. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the Fox Sports. And it'll all make sense.
Hey,
Fox Sports Radio.
Good morning, Fox Sports Radio, man. We're so blessed to be here this morning. My name is Marshall Mathis. I'm one of the owners of Quick Pros Plumbing and Air. And we're just actually honored to be here with Coach B and just get today cracking, man. We're all sports fans on the team, and I love what Coach B said, man. That's our heart as a company. We want to serve. Our focus, honestly, is really military, first responders, veterans, and in that first responders, my wife's a teacher. My wife's a teacher of kindergartners, and so even the teachers, we want to give back. So we do memberships for them at a severely discounted rate, and then we also just want to serve. And part of serving for me is serving the community. And so this year, I've been blessed enough to be the coach for the Mesa View Middle School basketball team. Currently 2-0.
There you go.
About to go 3-0 and 4-0 2-0 this week.
There you go.
Man, I the heart of our company, and Coach B, thank you for the plug there. And, it's kind of, I really love when things just happen in life. And, this wasn't something, he actually emailed us, and it was a nice email. And he just said, hey, I just want to tell you, man, you guys are different. And that really struck my heart, because I'm a leader of men and young women and people in general. And when he said that to me, it just really struck my chord, because, that's exactly what I try to train every day. We actually have it on our wall in our office, is to be the difference. And whether I'm coaching these girls or whether we're going out to serve somebody like Coach B, it's always about being that difference. And I'm thankful that I told him when we talked, I said, I'm thankful that you felt that.
Right.
Because that's what we want.
And the most important thing, and like I said, I just went through Angie's list. You had no idea who I was.
No.
Your technician had no idea who I was. And for him just to do something so nice, like I said, he must have saw the despair in my face. I was like, at least let me look good, because my wife was at work. At least let me look good when my wife comes home. And I'll just do this plug, a shameless plug, but Quick Plumbing and Air. Give them a call at 951-904-6660. Quick Pros Plumbing and Air.com.
Thank you.
That's Quick Pros Plumbing and Air, 951-904-6660. Want to do that because
thanks, Coach
I was ready, because when someone comes out, I was ready to drop $200-$300. I had no idea what the problem was. And when like I said again, I said it before, I said it again, when your technician said no, he refused my money. I was like, wow. I was like, that's different. That is different. Yeah. So you are building something. So when I see the way that you're building your business, I can only, and you told me you coached, I can only imagine how you're pouring into these young ladies. That's how special is that?
It's my wife and my daughter's on the team. That's how I kind of got involved. I've always coached her since she was in YYB, Ukaipa youth basketball. And one of the things I believe in is these kids are going to be what we make of them, right? And unfortunately, so many parents and so many people just forget that they need to be fed into on a daily basis. And here's the funny part about that, though, Coach B. Yes, I'm trying to feed into them, but that gratitude that I get back, they end up feeding me way more than I ever feed them, right? And seeing the joy in their face and seeing we've been blessed, man. So far, we're 2-0. We've gone 2-0. First game, we won 16-6. And then this last week, we won 37-2.
Right.
And even in those moments, just trying to teach them, one of the things I told the girls that this last week, we beat that team pretty bad, man. We beat them really, really bad. And one of the things right after the game, the girls were celebrating. It was really cool. Valerie, one of our girls, she is super aggressive. She's awesome. And she made literally the 3, 2, and she literally laid it up at 1 second. And the buzzer goes off, and the girls are celebrating. But, boy, it was a beating that we put on that other team. And so in that moment, it was just another one of those moments that I got to teach them how to be a good winner. Right. I said, hey, girls, we're going to go outside and celebrate in just a minute. But let's just have a moment where, hey, we're thankful to the other team. We're respectful to the other team. So really and I told them, I said, girls, there might be a moment where we're that team that just got beat 32-2.
Right.
And how would we feel in that moment, and how would we want the other team to react to us? I teach these girls, when we're on that court and that whistle blows, we are full impact, they'll tell you aggressive is what I teach. Our whole motto for the year is the same motto that I use for my company, which is on purpose. We're going to serve on purpose. We're going to work in your home on purpose. We're going to treat you like a good individual on purpose. Well, it's the same thing here. We're going to dribble on purpose. We're going to pass on purpose. We're going to shoot on purpose. We're going to play defense on purpose. And our defense has just been something that the other coaches have come to us after the game and go, how in the world did you get the girls to perform like that?
Right.
And it's because we're doing it on purpose. We practice like we play. We practice with intensity. We play with intensity. And I'm just so proud of these girls. I'm so proud of what they're giving back. Emily, one of the girls that we're going to see she made her first middle school basketball point last game. So
nice.
That was super exciting. And we're just excited about what we got going on. I think not only are we growing as young men and young women, but we're also just learning how to be good teammates.
Right,
and to me, that's the biggest piece. Is coming out of this, this is sports, but sports teaches us so much about life.
Right. And I like the excitement that you have. And, you made a point, because I remember I had a coach years ago that said, don't be a sore winner.
Yeah.
And that was so important because that's one of those things you don't want to be that person. Humility, like they said, always look at the people going down because when you're on your way up, you're going to see them on your way back down. So,
Exactly.
but I tell you, your excitement, your energy, enthusiasm, that's got to bleed over into your young ladies. And I know you have a few. And again, we have the middle school team,
Mesa View Mustangs.
Mesa View Mustangs. I love it. Who do we have in studio?
So we have, I'm going to introduce you all guys all out. We have Emily, we have Gianna, we have Addie, we have Hadley, this is my daughter Sophia, and we have Haley. And we have 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. Coach B, I'll tell you, the craziest part about this, we're 2-0, and I definitely see us as winning the championship this year. I'm just claiming it, right?
Yes,
I'm a big believer in
yes.
you claim it. If you can't see it, you can't do it, right?
You got to speak it to existence.
Hey, we're going to be the league champs this year. But here's the crazy part. Most of this team is returning next year.
Oh, nice.
And I told these girls, I said, man, you guys have a chance. Because some of these girls are 6th graders. And
Okay.
they got 2 more years
Oh, wow.
at school. And I told them, I said, this is the beauty of this, guys, is this can be friendships that you have for multiple years to come. This can be relationships that you grow into high school with. This can be, but man, as a team, you girls, we can be excellent today, but man, you can build into an excellence that will be unseen in middle school basketball. So let's just embrace that and really getting them to see what this really means. It's more than just basketball.
Right.
Yes, it's basketball, but it's life.
Right.
And we're going to just embrace it. I'm an energy guy. I
love
energy.
it. I love it.
I'm a big believer that what we put out is what we're going to get back in. And that's why I talk to these girls about we practice how we play.
Right.
We're not gonna half practice. We're not gonna I had a couple of the girls running laps this week because they just weren't paying attention.
Right.
Because look, the moment that we get lackadaisical is the moment that we start going backwards.
Right.
I've learned that in business. I learned it in my own personal life. I've had bad moments, and if you allow those bad moments to win, you're going to go backwards. And I'm a big believer that, hey, we just got to push forward through all those obstacles.
Yeah, your Kaiba High School needs to give you a call, man, because I love the energy. I love the excitement. And, I'm a high energy guy, and sometimes you just got to take that leap. And that's one thing that we talked about when my wife and I went on this journey and got this, and we just took a leap of faith. And I love it. And you got to speak it to existence. Yeah. You got to see it. You've got to visualize it, and you've got to believe it.
If
that
you
can't
can see it, it ain't happening.
Absolutely.
And so these girls, we were just talking about visualization this last week. I was saying, listen, tonight before the game, see yourself making that layup.
Right.
See yourself getting that rebound. See yourself defending that person as they dribble up that court. I'm like, because, man, once you can start to see it, now your body's already done it once.
Right.
Now you're ready to do it again. And I said, it's something that we can do. And I know it's weird. These are young girls, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. I said, but visualization is the same for everybody.
Right.
Once you can see it, now you can believe it.
Absolutely. So. I agree. Once again, we're on Fox Sports 1270 AM, and we'll bring our first young lady up. Come right on up to that microphone and introduce yourself to the Fox Sports radio audience.
I'm Emily Mears.
All righty.
Speak up, Emily.
Yes, there you go. And then talk to me, what do you love about basketball? What is so exciting about it? You're 2-0 right now.
I love winning. I love being on the team with all my friends.
Absolutely. And when you started, is this your first year playing basketball, or?
It was my second.
Your second year playing basketball. What made you want to get involved with your school's team?
I just wanted to be on a team so I can make my parents proud.
Oh, there you go. And do you have any goals or ambitions that you want to do this year?
My goals are to be more aggressive, make more layups.
Excellent. And what has Coach brought out of you? Is there something or something you saw this year and you're like, Coach knew what he was talking about?
I think he knew what he was talking about when he was saying, like, be more aggressive and stuff.
There you go. Well, congratulations, young lady. We're going to be looking out for you
Emily
this year.
scored her first basket for the team last week.
How did that feel? Talk to me a little bit about that when you scored. You scored 2 points. So you scored 2 points more than I ever did in my high school career. Now, the young ladies in the back are laughing.
Coach B, they laugh at me all the time. How'd that feel, Emily? You should have seen the look on her face. It was beautiful. I was so excited for her.
It felt so good. I was really proud of myself after that game.
There you go. Well, congratulations. I love the smile. That's great stuff. That is good. I mean, you can't buy that type of emotions.
No, it was beautiful. So we had a timeout with about 4 or 5 minutes left to play, and I said, Emily, have you ever made a basket in a game? And she said, no.
Right.
And I said,
that would have been my answer too.
And I said, well, yeah. And I said, well, guess what? And she said, what? And I said, you're about to.
There you go.
So I looked at the rest of the team that was on the court with her, and I said, hey, the ball goes to Emily. And so then we came down the court the next time. She took one shot, missed that one. The girls got the rebound. It went right back to Emily, and she put it up again, and there it went in. And she looked at me with this look on her face, and she was so excited. And, man, it sounds silly to say this, but it was like a proud papa moment. I was just so excited, and I was dancing on the sidelines. And, we got a couple other girls that haven't made a point yet, and that's okay. We're going to get there this year. And, the confidence. Emily she's one of our bigs. She plays in the middle, and she's a 7th grader, so she's got a whole nother year, and she's already almost as tall as I am. And I just keep preaching into her every day that, hey, you got greatness in front of you. He created you for greatness. Now you just got to step into it. So just working on her confidence. She's doing great, and I can't wait to see what the rest of the season looks like for Emily.
That's awesome. Congratulations, young lady.
Thank you, Emily.
And then we'll bring our next young lady up, and I'll tell them now. They don't understand it now because I know they're in middle school. But when you have someone who pours into you like that, embrace it. Embrace it. Young lady, go ahead and introduce yourself to the Fox Sports Radio audience.
Hi, my name is Gianna Vias.
Excellent. And what position do you play?
Point guard.
Okay, point guard.
Coach B, I got to set the stage.
Oh, there you go. Let's hear it.
This girl is our defense stallion.
Okay.
She is the loudest. She is she is, and here's the crazy part. I also got to tell you, Coach B, she is a 6th grader.
Oh, wow.
So one of the youngest on our team.
Uh-huh.
But Gianna sets that stage on defense out there, and I'm super proud of her.
Yeah, and one thing that my high school coach told me, and I was worried about, I was trying to score and this and that. If you can master defense, you will always be on the court. And they will always keep you out there on the court. But what is it about defense that you love?
I like how it just brings the whole team together because offense is really important, but defense is what matters the most.
When you pick someone's pocket, do you ever laugh at them or you just
Yeah.
I love it. So tell me a little bit about what was there a time this season where you thought to yourself, I can really play some defense, and you're in the 6th grade.
Yeah, I thought I could play defense when I kind of got the girls scared because I was screaming ball, 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 and then they airballed.
Oh,
so Coach, I'll tell you, it's a little secret that we do. One of the things that we do as the girls are approaching the girl with dribbling, I have the whole team, they hands up. What is it? What do we yell, girls?
Ball.
Ball, 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 ball. And
right.
I'm telling you, it freezes the other team. They absolutely fall apart. And my girls go in there, and then they're aggressive. They take the ball. We have so many fast breaks because of that. And
there you go.
Gianna that's where I'm saying she's the loudest. When she is screaming ball, ball, ball. It's a wonder she has a voice after the game because she is. I am so proud of her. But, for a young lady to step out, she's got the whole crowd there. We actually have pretty big crowds, which is kind of surprising, but we do. And I'm just glad that she just embraced it and she stepped into it, and she's doing it on a daily basis.
There you go. And what goal do you have for the season?
A goal to have for my season is to make my parents proud.
There you go. I love it. Middle school kid. I love it.
They still love mom and dad.
Yeah, right. Because in high school, not so much. But there you go. Congratulations, young lady. We look forward to
Gianna.
seeing what you're going to do. And then we have another young lady that's going to come up and introduce yourself to the Fox Sports Radio audience.
My name is Addie Pratt.
Okay, and what position do you play?
Point guard.
Come up a little bit closer to the mic. There you go.
I'm point guard.
Okay.
Addie's got some good ball handling skills.
Okay. What made you want to be the point guard?
Just bringing up the ball and being able to see all the people and passing the ball.
So you got handles.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite point guard? Who do you like to play your game like?
Stephen Curry.
Steph Curry. So you take 3-pointers?
I try.
Okay, you try. I get it. So in my day, this is how old I am. Back in my day, Magic Johnson was my favorite point guard. They didn't shoot threes. Can you believe that? There was a time that the point guard did not shoot a three.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, so
Come on, Coach B. That's when dinosaurs were roaming the earth,
right. So that's what. So Stephen Curry, he kind of revolutionized the game because he's the greatest shooter to ever play the game of basketball, without question. What are you looking forward to doing this season? You're the point guard. You're the coach out there on the court.
I'm looking forward to be able to getting better at shooting and bringing up the ball, and not hogging the ball and passing more.
Excellent. And then, what was that like? I'll ask you. I should have asked you your teammates. What was it like when you saw your teammates score her first points out there?
I was really happy for them, and I hope that they can do that again. But I look at it as I want to do that too, so I'm going to try and do that.
Right. So I'll tell you, when I was in high school, if I shot the ball, my coach would take me out. It's like, that's it. That's it.
You don't know your role anymore.
But congratulations. See, I got her to laugh. I love it.
Right,
so
Addie. Good job,
congratulations, young lady. So we'll bring your next teammate up. Right. Who's coming up next?
Hadley.
All right, there you go. Introduce yourself to the Fox Sports Radio audience.
My name's Hadley Miller.
Excellent. What position do you play?
Forward.
Forward. How's your season going for you? How do you like everything?
It's going good, yeah.
Excellent. What do you love about basketball?
I love how it brings everyone together and to play a fun game.
Excellent. And you guys are so young. You're just in middle school. But what is it like? It seems like everyone likes each other, and you guys all get along. How special is that?
It's cool because you never know, like, you could have, like, your best friend forever, so, like, right next to you, so.
Right.
Yeah.
And then that's a valuable lesson your coach taught you. What was it like when he said humility, when you guys got that big win? How did that strike you?
It was cool. Yeah.
That's good. And when you think about the way that coach is teaching you all. So what is your goal for the season? What are you looking to do?
I want to help out the team win, and I want to win and be more aggressive.
There you go.
Hadley's definitely improving every single game. She played with us last year, and she's definitely improved year over year. So I'm excited to see where her dad is actually one of the coaches as well. So I'm excited to see Coach Lucas. We love Coach Lucas. Wish he could be here today. He's on a Bible retreat for his church, so he couldn't be with us today. But definitely excited about where Hadley's going. She's doing a great job, and she's got some good handles on her as well. So I'm proud of her.
There you go. And it's difficult to coach and I told that our coach from Palm Desert, I coach my son. It's difficult to coach your own sibling.
These girls get to leave me. My daughter has to stay in the car with me.
Right. So I coach my older son, and my younger son started playing sports. I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. So I didn't do it. But congratulations, young lady. We look forward to continuing to watching you.
Thank you.
All right. All right, come on up. Introduce yourself to the Fox Sports Radio audience.
Hi, I'm Sophia Mathis.
Excellent.
So this is my daughter.
Yes. How do you like your head coach? No, I'm kidding.
This might take a while. We have another segment.
Talk to us a little bit about your season. How great has everything been for you?
I think it's been really cool to see a lot of them just grow because most of us, it's our second or first year of basketball. So it's really cool to see how we grow together.
And I was asked this question because my son, I coach my son. What is it like to have your dad as your coach? Is that because my son, sometimes he was like, I just want you to be my dad. So
it's difficult sometimes, like, to go and hear more, like, talk about the game after the game happens. But I think it's cool because I'm able to focus more on my game when I'm at home too.
There you go. And sometimes you have to be a little bit tougher on your own kid because you have to let everyone know you don't play favorites. So my son didn't like that. He didn't like that part.
I tell her, I say, honey, there's no favorites. I said, when we get here, and this is a hard lesson, it really is, and I know it's hard for her. I tell her, when I'm here, I'm coach.
Right.
And I'm not dad right now.
Right.
And I said that's hard for dad.
Right.
It's hard for you.
Right.
I said, because of course I want to play favorites. I love you to death, and dad will always be here to support you. But in this moment, I have to play a different role. And I think she'll know that even better as she grows older and has her own children. I think some of these things, some of these lessons that I'm laying into these girls at this age, I don't really, yes, they grasp maybe the basic concept, but man, they're concepts that will grow with them as they grow. And that's the exciting part. My daughter knows I'm a very driven person as an individual, and my daughter is one of those people. She's hard on herself, so I don't have to be that hard on her because she's already going to beat herself up. And so it's also teaching them how to be okay with, hey, we're going to have bad days.
Right.
You're going to have games where your shot is so far off you don't feel like you could hit the broadside of the barn, and that's okay.
Right.
And so I'm proud of her. Sophia, just to give her a little bit of kudos, Sophia is one of the captains. Her and Val are our two captains. That wasn't voted on by me. That was voted on by their peers. So her and Val were voted the captains before the season started. And Sophia's definitely one of the emotional leaders of the team. She's like her dad.
Right. So do you feel like, do you ever catch yourself thinking, I'm coaching like my dad, but these are my teammates? You ever have that coaching spirit in you?
Yeah, I really want to like lift them up and help them get better, just like how I want to do it for myself.
Right. What is it about basketball? Why did you fall in love with the game?
I like how aggressive it is, and
Right.
I'm very competitive, so I like winning, and I think it's really fun to just be aggressive and let it all out on the court.
Who's your favorite NBA team?
If I'm being so honest, I don't watch the NBA.
Oh, wow. What basketball do you watch? Do you watch any basketball?
No, not really. I'm more of a football person.
Oh, who's your football team? There's a big game tomorrow.
The 49ers.
You like the Niners?
She's had a rough last couple of weeks because she hates the Seahawks. And,
Okay.
Then when her and her uncle Vic, we call him Choppers. Shout out to Choppers out there. He took her from me because I'm a Steelers fan.
Okay.
And he made her into a Niners fan.
Right.
And so when the Niners got beat by the Seahawks, it's been a rough couple of weeks.
And I get it. I always say this because we didn't have football for 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
So I get it. But if a team, for me, this is just my rule. If Los Angeles is not in your name, I can't root for you. I'm just such an LA guy.
There
So
you go.
who do you have winning it tomorrow, since you like football?
The Patriots.
You have the
100%.
Patriots. The Patriots.
And I tell
she
her
really
that
doesn't like the Seahawks.
And I tell her, I said I think that's a wish and a pie in the sky. I think the Seahawks are gonna kill them tomorrow. Unfortunately,
Right.
I'm not a Seahawks fan either.
I'm not either. But yeah, I think I like Sam Darnold, USC guy.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a USC guy. That's the only team I like that doesn't have Los Angeles in their name.
There
It's
you
USC,
go.
but it's Southern California, not Northern California. So they call it NoCal for a reason. I'm so SoCal. But congratulations, young lady. We look forward to continuing to watching you as you go. We have one more young lady come up. Introduce yourself to the Fox Sports Radio audience.
I'm Haley Rosales.
Okay, excellent. And what position do you play, Haley?
Defense.
Defense. Okay. So
Haley is a guard on defense, and she's a guard on offense. This is Haley's absolute first year of playing basketball.
Okay. What made you want to come out and play basketball?
I just really liked it whenever I was a kid, and I wanted to involve myself more in it.
And what is it like now? This is your first year playing basketball, to be a part of a team that just like is so embracing and you guys just get along. I saw you guys before the show started. You guys seem like you really like each other. How special is that for you?
It's special because like we build a bond, and
you're growing.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this. So when you start, so this is your first year playing again, right?
Yeah.
So how when you first come out there, you're probably nervous, a little worried. But are you surprised how good you've become? And that coach said you're the defensive stud. Are you surprised how good you've become?
Yeah.
I was proud of Haley, just to give her a shout out. She got her first steal in this last game. So Haley's learning, and like I said, she's a first-year player, and so I'm working on her before she goes in the game, we have quick little pep talks, and I kind of show her where she's going to go and what she's going to do. And I told her, I said, hey, when you get out there, that ball is yours.
Right.
I want you to treat it like they stole it. Right. And so she got out, and literally the very next play, ball comes down, and she goes after it, and she takes it. And I was just – again, another proud papa moment. You're so excited for them, and they're learning to just act. And and I've told them all that's what basketball will become. It will become second nature, and you'll no longer have to think. You'll just do.
Right.
But right now we're still in the thinking about it stage, and that's okay.
Right. And the most important thing when you think about sports, any team, the best teams have players that they coach up. And when you have coaches that just focus on their quote-unquote stars, they never really go far.
Nope.
And that's one of the problems with the American game of basketball, and that's why the Europeans have come in and really dominated, because they practice on teaching and growing and developing, whereas America's flashy. So, but tell me about your goals. What are you excited about this year? What are you looking to accomplish? You're 2-0.
I'm working to accomplish is like getting better at shooting and better at defense, and just like trying to make more shots.
There you go. And all coach has to do is tell you, go get the basketball, and you go get it. So that's good stuff. So congratulations, young lady. We look forward to continuing to watching you all this season as you do your thing. Yep. What a special team you've got here, Coach.
Thanks, Coach B. I tell you, Haley, one of the things her dad tells me is how much she's practicing at home, and I know a lot of these girls are practicing at home, and I tell you, I appreciate you having us out here today. I hope that you just get tons more listeners here to AM 1270. You guys, it's beautiful to raise these young ladies up. Before us, you had the high school team in here, and whether it's the girls team, the boys team, this is that next generation that's going to be out here supporting us. And so I love that you do this. I love your radio station.
Thank you.
I think there's just such a need for us to just lift these young ladies and boys up and just grow these young men and women and just – man, support them as they and then when it's our turn, they'll support us. So.
Absolutely. And one thing that I always say, I joke about it. My athletic ability was trash. If I like your daughter would say, if I'm being honest. So, but the one thing is, there's so many things that you could do with sport, and there's so many ways that you can just learn about sport. I talk about it all the time. I work for the Clippers, and you see all the things behind the scenes that you can do. Statistician, team trainer. Oh, there's so many things you can do, and sports can be a beautiful ride.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed in being part of it and having good people like yourself.
Thank you.
You talk about divine intervention. There's a reason that you guys responded to us through the app. You know? So
things happen, and I tell you, one of the things I'm looking forward to is just daily taking this journey with these girls. I'm excited that they're on this journey. I don't think, the great thing, and I want to shout them out because I know a lot of them are listening right now, the parents that we have that are involved with these girls, they are just in it, and I'm proud of them. And, man, they don't know how much this means to their girls, and the girls sometimes don't know how much their parents are doing for them because it's a sacrifice.
Right.
You know that as a past coach and a parent, it's a sacrifice to make it to practices, to pick them up, and so I just want to say shout out to the parents and thank you for all that you guys do.
Absolutely. And the middle school name again?
It's Mesa View Mustangs.
There you go. Well, thank you guys so much for coming in. We really appreciate it. You guys are 2-0. We're looking forward to seeing you guys go 3-0 and 4-0 and so forth and so on. So it's really fortunate to have a coach that pours into them. And
thank you
really
so much.
Excited about this.
Yeah,
so,
thank you.
Because I had the opposite. Well, it was my athletic ability. My coaches saw mine. But we're going to take a commercial break.
Thank you again for having us.
No, thank you so much. We're going to take a quick commercial break. You're listening to the Coachella Valley Sports Report. I am your host, Coach B, on Fox Sports Radio, heard in Southern California on Fox Sports 1270 AM. And as always, we are streaming 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
This is the Coachella Valley Sports Report on Fox Sports Radio.